Team, if you've never struggled, if you've never failed, one might be able to submit that you never actually tried. I think that there's a mindset around us and through us that looks to others who have made it as though they got there and there was no effort. And so we believe, on some degree in our psyche, that we deserve what somebody else has, right? Maybe it was an award, a decoration, a promotion, a school, an assignment, whatever it is. Maybe it's a long career. Maybe it's being selected to officer candidate school, or to go be a warrant officer, to go be a ranger, or 18 series, or whatever, right? I think this permeates throughout so much of our culture. I think it permeates throughout the military and the civilian world as well. We judge our neighbors and we try to keep up with the Joneses. That used to be the old phrase, right? Keep up with the Joneses. But if we look at folks who have made it, and on that note, man, there is no actual arrival. You have never arrived. There's always one more step to take, right? But when we look at those that we want to emulate, if you will, based off of their success stories, based off of their ingenuity, their creative mind, their wisdom, their knowledge, their experience, and we look at them, what we don't see are all of the failures and the struggles that took them to get there, right? It could be something as simple as bodybuilding and weightlifting, right? You look at your favorite weightlifter, whoever it might be, whoever that is, leave a comment down below. You know, but we grew up looking at folks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you just kind of assume that they just kind of happened, right? What we don't see are the 04 a.m. mornings working out for hours and days and weeks and months and years to get to where they were trying to get to. You walk into a room and you turn on a light switch, and we take it for granted. We assume that light is going to come on. But what we don't see are the hundreds of failed experiments that led to that light bulb. When you look at a basketball player, maybe it's Michael Jordan, that's my favorite. I don't care who you are. Argue with me if you want to in the comments. But when you look at these greats and what they're capable of doing, what you don't see are the months of the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to get them to where they got to a place that we can look down and look up and say, dadgummit, I want to be like that. And so as often is the case, we either fail to take a step forward in that actual direction, and in turn we become hypocrites, or we encounter a setback and we say to hell with it all. Well, team, I'm gonna encourage you in the same way that I try to encourage myself. You have to try. You have to be okay with stumbling. You have to be okay with falling down. You have to be okay with getting knocked the frick out. Because that's all part of the process of getting to these places that we're all trying to get to. And so when you do take a misstep, you took a wrong turn, maybe you got a little disoriented, maybe you're a little dazed and confused, pick your ass back up and get to stepping. Look back at the lessons learned and say, now I know one thing that I don't need to do again. Let those valleys become your mountaintops and your peaks. It's only when we do this and we continue to move forward, can we honestly and truly get to where we thought we were trying to get to? And now once you get there, again, team, there's one more valley, there's one more peak, there's one more summit to try to get to. And that's okay to change directions as you're going. It's okay to enlarge your vision and then change your goals. Hell, at 46 years old, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. We don't have to have it all figured out. But we do need to keep moving. We need to keep stepping. We need to be okay when we get smacked in the face. Because life is going to happen, right? Murphy is going to smack you in the face. Now, that's actually kind of a good thing about the military, when you think about it, is every 6 to 12 months, dang near everybody in your organization is going to have left and new folks coming in. So if you don't like somebody, you just got to wait them out and be patient. Now, as I look back over the course of my time, at least over the course of the past 10, 12 years, I have seen so many people who have struggled, right? I literally have a book filled with all the stories that you could imagine that dudes make. And I have every rank that was cut off, stripped off of somebody's chest during an Article 15. I have every single one. I've kept them. And after I've taken them, I've looked at each individual and I said, look, man, this moment doesn't have to define you. I know that's a little savage, keeping all that stuff. Whatever. So this moment doesn't have to define you. You can, especially this early in your career, keep moving forward. Don't let this smack in the face beat you down. You can change paths if you so desire to. And if and when you do, this rank right here that's in this skull is going to be here waiting for you. And I hope you do the right thing by yourself, right? By yourself. Now, as you can imagine, not many folks, once they've been reduced in rank and had some extra duty and had some pay taken, not very many get up and keep moving forward. Most of them, in my experience, have said, you know what? My leadership, the Army, this unit, whatever, is toxic. And I need to get out. But what they don't see is that they, in turn, are the ones who are becoming toxic and creating a toxic environment. Because they got knocked down and they chose to stay down where they were at, they decided in turn, I'm going to try to pull everybody else down here with me. As opposed to saying, give me a hand up so I can come up out of this dadgum hole and I can go kick some ass. I've seen plenty of folks who've transitioned out of the military after Article 15 or something. They went ahead and ETS'd, and they're doing great. They're having the time of their life. They have no regrets over the mistakes that they made. I've seen others stay in and become NCOs and NCOs of NCOs because they decided for themselves that where they are at is not where they were trying to get to. That there was one more step. And even though I got smacked down in the face, I'm going to pick myself up and I'm going to keep moving. Now, team, this is not easy to do. I don't care if it was something as heartbreaking as like Article 15. It could have been a failed promotion board attempt. It could have been appearing before a competition board and not winning. It could have been not getting to school. It could be more personal. Maybe it was a financial poor decision that was made. Maybe it was an investment or buying something that you couldn't afford. Maybe it was relational. Some heartbreak involved, some mourning. Whatever it is that happens, you need to know a couple things. One, you are not walking alone. Number two, that moment does not have to define who you are. Not as a person, not as a citizen, not as a husband or wife, father or child, mother, brother, or sister. It doesn't have to define who you are in the military. The only person that enables that to happen is us as individuals. So let's all pick ourselves up and let's keep moving forward. Team, make sure you leave some comments down below, whether it was a personal struggle or heartache, some lessons learned. That way we can continue to keep learning from each other as we continue to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. Team, I appreciate all you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.